What's good,
Hold on,
guys?
do it.
Welcome back to Mutual Minds, episode 3. It is me, Cecil, coming back with another episode. We got that nigga Anthony. He
I'm
fat. That boy Kel. He built like a twig, cinnamon stick, built body ass. And we got Snoop over here built like an apple, fruit of the loom, built body ass. You know he don't wear underwear though. West.
What's good, y'all? This is Mutual Minds podcast, and we're back with another episode. This is episode 3, and we're here with
Snoop, aka Assim.
Cecil, aka Antonio.
Anthony. What to say?
Why are you so? No.
I swear he did this. Hey, wait, nah. I swear he did this. He said,
This dude, bro.
This bro said,
welcome back to the podcast.
This bro said Anthony.
Yo, chill out.
It said Anthony. Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh.
anime is becoming so mainstream right now. Like, we got Fortnite with the don't they have the little skins, the little anime skins?
Yeah, they got Naruto.
That's it.
No, they got like the whole
They got
Naruto
like
shit.
Yeah, they got like Naruto, Kakashi, the whole Team 7.
It's like being an anime fan and seeing that, it's like it's cool, but it's like it makes your anime seem like more of like a joke now. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really fuck with it, seeing it in a game, because personally I don't play Fortnite, so it's not cool to me. So, but like I don't really care about it either. But everyone's like making fun of it now. It's weird.
I feel like just a couple years ago, people were weird if they watch anime. Like, if you watch anime, that's like, oh, that's the weird kid. Like, don't talk to him type shit. But now it's kind of more accepted. I don't know how y'all feel about that.
It's definitely become more of like a acceptable thing, because I remember watching anime in middle school and like actually in elementary school, but mostly in middle school, and like I just didn't tell anybody about it because it's like you're weird if you watch it. So I've been watching for a long time, and I started with like Dragon Ball Z, and then I moved on to other anime. But I feel like it's become like such a cultural thing now to like watch anime, and it's kind of cool to see, but then it's weird at the same time. And it's like it's super mainstream, and there's collabs with clothing brands like Gucci and shit like that, and it's just kind of cool to see like One Piece like come so far, especially because Oda, the writer of One Piece, he made I think 2 or 3 mangas before One Piece, but One Piece was his actual first manga he did alone, and it's like the most sold manga ever, like of all time, and it's even outsold the Bible. So it's kind of crazy.
It's nuts to see like a franchise that you like watch and we were invested in at such a young age just grow as you grow up, pretty much. Like just even like YouTube, like how like the layout was back in like when you had like a flip phone, you can even see the layout on your flip phone, or like even on like the old Androids that first came out before even iPhones are like popular like that. Like just the layout of it and how much it changed and how much it improved. Like it's just insane to see that, especially in our generation, me and Antonio's, like through our childhood, which is like insane to us because like we pretty much advanced with this technology and with this platform of just improvement, and it's just consistent improvement through the years, almost yearly. Like there's insane improvement. Like the new iPhones every year, there's always like people don't know it. Like it's kind of like under the covers would literally be, but like the chips that they have in those phones every year are significantly improving by lots. Like the speed and everything is it's literally like almost doubling every year, which is insane. So
I feel like
just seeing where everything's going, like to how technology was 10 years ago to how it is now, is in like that gap right there, especially with Elon Musk popping up in that gap with Tesla. Like that was like the spike of technology, I feel like.
I feel like there were a bunch of spikes though. Like I feel like every big invention that happened, it just led for more people piggybacking off of that for like more explosive growth. So like before there was electricity, like all the shit that we use now, like like 90% of people know that everything in this house is what, electricity, right?
Right.
But before electricity, the lifestyle of people was just so different, and it took that one invention for explosive growth to happen. And then even like in recent times, like the phone, like it used to just be for calling, and people were like, "Oh, you want the internet on a phone?" People thought that was just crazy and stupid, but it's like, okay, we use a phone for calling, and then Steve Jobs is like, "Oh, we got an iPhone now." So now it's the internet, and now it's apps, and now you can make money off of it, and now it's social media. Now it's what connects a lot of people together. So it's crazy that it's like the farther we go along, we're just gonna keep elevating at a quicker pace because there's new inventions every day. That's just how I feel though.
Yeah. What do you think the craziest thing we'll see in our lifetimes? Because I'm 20. It's like I don't know how much longer.
Honestly,
I
I feel like the Mars mission that Elon's doing, that's
Yeah.
gonna definitely be the next
feel
big
like,
thing that's happening, technology-wise and space-wise as well.
I feel like robots, like either
Like
become
androids type.
Yeah.
citizens,
Yeah,
either
I see that.
like police officers, citizens, taxi drivers, like just robots being integrated into
They're
actual.
replacing
It's gonna be like
workers.
iRobot.
They're replacing like workers, like employees, like that. Like there's a pizza spot, like I think in Silicon Valley, some. It's all run by like androids, like robots,
I
and like
mean,
they cook everything and everything. That's
That sounds
crazy.
pretty
I
cool,
feel like
actually.
that can easily be automated.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
cheese sauce.
Which is gonna be weird though, because
You
if
get the
robots take over the jobs, like what are humans gonna do to make money? You know what I mean? It's like
Right, that's what I'm saying.
feel like there will
But I
be
feel like there
more.
will be people operating these robots.
Yeah,
I feel like you could have one dude operate a whole restaurant full of robots from like his. You know what I'm
You'd
saying?
think so, but you'd think so, but again, that could be a lot. So you could use that as jobs. Like that's what I'm saying. You could pay people to do this for you, and it could be a fast service. Like, it could be a good service if you train them correctly. Anything will work as long as you have the right training, pretty much. But if you have an idea and you want it to be a single person job, then you can make it a single person job. But if you want to employ people, then people will be willing to work. That's just how it is. Anyone is willing to work for anything, and they will do anything for money, pretty much. And
Anything.
operating a robot,
anything.
anything.
nah, y'all tweaking. I ain't gonna.
A lot of things for some money. I do a
You
lot of
think
things
I
for some
want to
money.
do Squid Game? I'd win.
I would do Squid Game, no
Bro.
cap.
I'd do Squid Game too.
Nah, you got me fucked up.
Bro,
I'd
have you
be a
guys
team.
seen Squid Game? Like, what
I haven't
is
watched
Squid
it.
Game?
I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it either, bro. Like, what is
It's
it?
about though.
What's the
I don't think we
backstory?
really-
I played Crab
So-
Game and I feel like I know it, but I swear I
It's like a
don't.
battle
I really
royale.
don't even know.
So Squid Game, the plot basically is like the main character. He's in debt, so he's like in massive debt, and he pretty much lives with his mom, and he gets money from him, and then he's in debt to like some land sharks, like people that pretty much some like sharks that he owes money, but he wins a ton of money off of a like horse racing, and he ends up winning. But while he wins, he like runs into the sharks there, and when he's trying to run away, he runs into this girl that she ends up being in like the Squid Game, uh, but she pretty much takes his money, and then bro, he gets beat up by the sharks because they catch him, and then he's like sitting in the subway trying to go home, all beat up and shit. And it's his daughter's birthday coming up too, so he's
Damn.
trying to like get money, yeah, so he could buy her a gift.
Yeah, they take her out
And-
to dinner.
and-
That's what his mom said, and then he did that. I watched the first episode, but I watched it dubbed and I fell asleep. So
Yeah, he takes her out to dinner, but then he wins a game, like wins her a toy at like some arcade or some shit, and it ends up being like a gun. But anyways, so his wife like left him, and so she has like a stepdad, and he's really like financially stable, so he's trying to like get money, and then they're gonna go to the States. So if he doesn't get enough money to prove that he can like be sufficient, then his daughter is gonna move to America with
Oh,
like
wow.
his mom and like her stepdad. Yeah. So then he's like he needs a lot of money, and yeah, and then pretty much when he's in the subway, he runs into this bro with a suit, right? And then the dude with the suit's like, you're trying to play a game, and it's like this paper game, and you throw a piece of paper, and if it like flips, then he wins. But every time that he loses, he gets like a slap, like he gets slapped, and then when he ends up winning, he gets like 10,000. I don't know what their currency is. I think it's won or something like that.
It's a Korean film, right?
Yeah,
Or is it-
it's
yeah.
Korean. screen. Yeah, and then or it's like 100,000 or something. Well, then he gets a little note, like a little piece of paper, and then it has like the circle, a triangle, and a square, and then they pretty much get taken there, and then that's when they play the red light, green light, and
Oh shit!
and then after that they vote to like stop the game, but then when they go back to the real world, they're like, "Damn, this shit sucks, and I'm still broke." So then they end up going back to the game and they finish the games.
So it's like a gambling aspect, pretty much. It's pretty much what
you're gambling, but with your life. Yeah,
it's like Jigsaw kind of. That's crazy.
It is kind of like Jigsaw. How like there's like death games.
Yeah.
But then and if you win, you get money.
Would y'all do that?
I would.
Yeah, I would. I would win.
Yeah.
All right, so I feel like I would never do that, bro. I'm sorry.
You got me messed
Wait,
up.
hold on. What's the money? How much is it? Like, do we have a number?
Yeah, give me amount of money and I'll think about it.
It's 46 billion won, which
you
is
said
like
billion. Oh shit.
Yeah,
What's
I'm pretty
the
sure.
Equivalent. Look for the.
Let me look it up.
What is 46 billion won in USD?
I'm guessing like what? That's like millions plus.
Yeah, it's 45.6 billion won, so it's $38.6 million US.
Damn.
$38.6 million.
Yeah.
So almost 40 million. Let's just say that.
But you know, after that first game, that people are gonna die, right?
Yeah, you know you have the chance to die. That's like the one.
How many people is it out of? 100?
It's out of 456.
Oh wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Nah.
But there's also there's different because it's physically, so it's not like Squid Game. I mean, Crab Game where everybody's the same. It's like there's men, there's women, there's older, there's younger,
bigger people, smaller.
Yeah, it's all like so. Me being 6'4", and if I was in Korea, I would literally tower over everybody and be significantly stronger.
They'd get you out first though. They'd join forces for you.
You'd be stronger, but
well,
that doesn't mean that it entails that every game means you need to be stronger to beat it. You know.
Well, the only game that I could possibly lose is the marbles game, but I could do like what the one character does, and he does one where it's like you throw the marble, and if it gets in the hole, if whoever like didn't, they get all the marbles pretty much. So I do a game like that where it's all skill and not like a gambling game, like they gamble their marbles away. I would do a game where it's all skill based to try to win my marbles.
But you don't get to choose the games, right? It's just random. Like
no, you can't. You could choose the game for marbles because pretty much you get 10 marbles and you go against somebody else and they have 10 marbles and you have to get their 10 marbles, but you can't like fight them, so you can't like hurt them.
I gotta check out the show, man. I got better.
It's actually good. Yeah, I recommend it.
I would never do that. I'm sorry. If it was me.
If
I gotta find a way. I gotta find any type of way. I don't know, bro. I'm the type of person where I gotta get it out the dirt. I can't be doing that little gambling. Oh, I hope I get $1 billion. Nah. Y'all can die. That's cool. Y'all can do that. But I'm gonna go hustle over here while you dead. Like
you can still hustle and still die though.
Well,
you know
like
but my chances are a lot higher.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a 50-50. It's not even a 50-50. You're just
the thing that's different though is we're looking at it as Americans. That's like it's completely different because we can make money here, but
they
it's
don't
in
have
Korea.
Opportunity there. Yeah, that's true.
In Korea, the national debt is insane. Like they're in a debt crisis, and like literally right here it says, according to a September 2021 report from the Bank of Korea, the total household debt in South Korea is now 105% of the country's GDP. Like, it's actually really bad. So if you're poor, you're poor. Like, you're not making money. So it's pretty much like you either starve and die on the street or you risk your life to make possibly $38 million.
You think that's due to the, like, overpopulation or what? Like
that, and it's just, like, they just don't have opportunities like they do in America. Because literally in America...
Even though America is, like, trillions in debt as well, though. Trillions.
That's true, but it's so much easier for an American to get rich compared to any other country, I feel like.
Yeah, America is very business oriented. Like
very
it's
business
so
oriented.
Easy to make a business here.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Thrive.
Anyone can move here from like any country, any continent, and literally just
make money.
Yeah, literally. There's so many foreigners here that I can't even fathom it. There's so many foreigners here that don't even know a lick of English, but they are almost one of the richest men in America, like type thing. Like
they could just live. They could live off a minimum wage job. Compared to like in Korea, they're making nothing in money. So it's just kind of shit like that. So, I mean, if it was like us, then I don't think we would do it because we'd be like, no, I'll just get a job.
Nah, I'd do it.
Shit. Okay,
I would.
I'd probably do it too. No cap. 38 million.
Yeah, that's a lot, bro.
That's
That-
quite a few.
I wouldn't have to work for the rest of my life.
But why would you do it?
like,
That's my
high
question.
key.
Why would you do
Because-
it?
Because your daughter's gonna leave you. Your mom is dying. His mom was dying too, by the way. So he needed money for his surgery because his mom was diabetic. She was gonna die. So his daughter was gonna leave. His wife was gonna leave. Ex-wife. His mom was dying. He's tons of money in debt. He has no food, nowhere to live, and his friend's mom. There's something wrong with her, but there's something.
Wait, we're doing this from his perspective, not just
Yes.
in general. Oh, I was talking about just in general. I thought like that's
yeah.
what you meant.
Well, I'm trying to put it in like perspective why they would do it. Like,
Well, yeah, then his perspective makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you do it? Is
exactly.
really
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not fair to look at it because, like, Snoop, you literally have a house and, like, you know, you're chilling and, like, financially stable. So, of course, no, like, financially stable person is going to be like, yeah, I'd risk my life for 38 million. But
Yeah.
somebody that wants the money like he does, it's a viable option.
I feel you said
And
his
that-
daughter was going to America.
His daughter was going to leave, yeah.
to America though, right?
Yeah, to
Yeah,
America.
He better
Because,
start learning English then.
He was
honestly.
divorced, I'm pretty sure.
He couldn't, like, just buy a flight. He had no money. Like, he couldn't just fly over there and leave his, like, family behind type shit.
because he still had his mom. Yeah.
He's still, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it'd be better for the daughter, most likely. Going to
It
like, a
would
home.
be, yeah, because, yeah, I think it was something about stepdad got a new job or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't remember the details of it.
No, I definitely gotta check out the show. I'm down.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
good. It's just one of those things that it sucks it got so popular because then people are like, I don't want to watch it because it's popular.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
But-
happened to me.
You know, I always like don't like seeing. I don't tune into trends as they're happening, but I'll tune into it like 3 or 4 months
That's
later.
what I was with
That's
13
what I
Reasons Why,
always
bro.
do. No, I always
I barely
do
watched that shit last year, and I mean, it's underwhelming to me. But I barely watched 13 Reasons Why last year. I went through the whole 1 to 4 seasons with it. I mean,
Yeah, that show was lit.
it's not for me.
It's really
Yeah.
not.
I don't think any, like, I don't know. I can't really watch any live action shows anymore because anime is just better to me. Like, it's just,
Yeah, me too. So
it's
much
just
better.
better written and better characters. But
There's a lot of emotion and well, if you watch dubbed or subbed, if you watch sub, there's a lot of emotion.
there's more emotion too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just easier to follow usually,
Mhm.
and like it's not as dramatized as like shows are now. It's just so like drama focused. Like literally compared to like any sports anime, you watch that and then watch like All American. Like they don't even play football.
I know, right?
Like any sport, like any show like that that's just generic like that, it's barely them ever actually doing what the show is. It's just drama with characters, and I don't know, I just don't find that interesting ever personally. I just prefer
Right.
like plot advancements and like character development and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Character development's the coolest thing to see in anime, to be honest.
Honestly, character
Yeah.
development is just everything in any
But,
movie.
like that's in any show because you want to see how people grow. It makes you feel like you have
Nah,
a
because
connection.
a lot of shows it's just people just like going through shit the entire time. Like they don't change. It's just like, all right, here's a new problem to deal with. Like I don't know. That's how I see like Shameless or shows like that, or like
Yeah,
Grey's
see, I know what
Anatomy.
you mean.
It's just like repetitive. All right,
Yeah, repetitive
something new.
issues. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like it's
Shameless?
there's always a problem, and there's never like them like overcoming a problem. It's just like different.
Well, I
don't know.
mean, in a hospital, I
Shameless-
understand though. I guess because it is based in a hospital, so I mean, I understand
but,
having
like-
problem. But like relationship problems in a hospital, that's when it's just like, oh, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah,
exactly.
What? I've never heard of that. I don't think that even exists.
Bro, Meredith, she died, had a spiritual like adventure with her mom. It's like season 3 or something, and then came back to life. Like it shows like so weird. It has like it does like unbelievable shit as well with it, and it's like it's just nah.
Yeah. That's why I don't understand. Like, I personally couldn't watch like all the Friends or like The Office or some shit because
I
it's
like
just
The
the
Office.
same set. It's just the same setting or something like that. I don't know. I'd rather just watch like Family Guy or some shit.
Yeah, if you're gonna
Oh,
watch
I-
some,
I've never. Yeah, like if I were gonna watch something that I wanted to laugh to, I'd watch like Family Guy, and that's because they can do more
Sheesh,
shit
man.
with animation than they can ever do with like live action.
Yeah, facts.
Like their skits can go way farther and like shit like
Like
that.
people can die in the skits. Like actually,
Yeah, shit like that.
but they'll come back because they're cartoons.
Facts.
Yeah.
But I feel like
it's just so much more lighthearted too.
they have more leeway to be extremely controversial because
It's
they
a
make fun
cartoon.
of it in a way, you know,
Yeah.
and they make it kind of funny. But
Mm-hmm.
speaking of controversy, did you hear about Kyle Rittenhouse?
I don't even know
About
who that is.
his verdict?
Sure.
You know who that is?
No, I do not. Who is that?
My first time hearing about this was actually in school today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was looking it up.
I heard about him when he first did what he did, and just recently this past week as well. I almost forgot about him. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this person?
So basically, he went to a BLM protest. When he
Is
was
this just like a
16.
random person, or is it just a celebrity?
No,
No, it's not a
random
celebrity.
person. It's not a celebrity.
Okay.
Hell no.
But surely not a
Okay,
No,
okay, it doesn't sound like a good topic by the time. So yeah, no.
Rittenhouse does sound like a little celebrity name though. Like the hell, whose name is Rittenhouse? I'm sorry, bro. Don't shoot me. Anyways,
Damn.
yo, yo. All right, bro.
I'm playing. I ain't scared of this, bro. You
Yeah,
can pull up. Anyways,
yeah, all right.
Yeah.
he went to a BLM protest and he killed 2 people
Dang.
and he had a gun that he wasn't legally allowed to have at 16 years old.
He also
Oh,
went to
he's just
another
not allowed to
state.
have a gun.
Yeah, it was like a whole nother city. It was like he literally went there with the intention. Because why else would you go there with the gun? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're doing all this
Yeah.
extra things for your own benefit. Like he had a goal when he went over there. Like he had to. There's no other way.
And then like his defense was literally that he had self defense, and then that worked.
Right.
That shit's so crazy to
You're
me.
going to a protest force to defend yourself? Like what?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. 'Cause
Already being on the opposite side of the protest. So you're going there, not agreeing with the protest, and then like you got a gun with you.
I feel like there
what
has
do you-
there has to be
if it
something
was
I'm missing
self-defense,
because
if it was really self-defense, think about it. Because if you think about this logically, if someone is coming at you, you're not gonna pull out a whole AR and start. You feel me?
Especially if in your fucking home minding your business. Like you're supposed to be.
Exactly. If you're really minding your business, you don't have time to pull out an AR. Like you have time to reach in here and get a pistol or something, but not no damn.
Which also he
AR.
wasn't allowed to have because he'd be 21 for a pistol. So
Facts.
he was 16. Do you know when he was walking with the AR, he was like waving at the cops, and they were like, "Oh yeah," they're calling him like a hero and shit. Like
Oh yeah,
that
I
shit
seen
was crazy.
video. But I recently, before this podcast, I just seen like his face when they read off the charges that he was not guilty of. So they were reading the charges and they said, Kyle Rittenhouse for this account, not guilty, not guilty. And then on the last one, he was like over here shaking. And then they said not guilty and he just started crying. Like he knows.
Was it the gun charge? Do you remember the charges or no?
It was
'Cause I didn't really watch the trial like that, but I
didn't
saw
watch it
clips
either.
from it and I was like, "Ew, I
only
didn't get
watched
it."
it one time, but I think one was murder, one was attempt murder, it was like 5 or 6 charges.
He for sure had to have had intention of murder, like with
Of course.
going to a place with a weapon. Like
An AR? Like, are you kidding me? No one just walks around with no AR. Like, what?
you're not
That's
supposed to, at least, especially not 16. So
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Exclusive vibes.
it's crazy. They really got KK members in badges and dress them up in blue and then put them in the legal system.
They say cops are a gang, man, the biggest gang. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean, blue
I-
gang.
So,
Yeah.
do you feel like if there are good cops and they're
There are.
around all these bad cops, do you think that makes the good cops bad as well? Like, if they're not speaking up or doing anything, or do you think they are?
No, I think if you're a bad cop, you're a bad cop. If you're a good cop, you're a good cop.
yeah, I think you can separate the two because if we had no good cops,
What's
would
a
just
bad
be
cop
like-
without a good cop? Why are we calling them bad cops? We just call them cops.
Well, yeah, but if you have a cop that is not racist and isn't gonna pull out his gun when he sees someone of color, and then he's in the same exact car with a cop that he knows is racist or something like that, and he pulls out his gun every time he sees anyone that's not white, and the good cop is not saying anything, he's just letting it fly every time.
And he's a bystander. He's part of
Yeah.
the problem too.
exactly
Yeah.
part of the problem. That doesn't make him any better.
But that's only if he was there in the moment. If you're there in the moment, then that's when
Of
you
course,
can
of
become an
course.
issue.
Well,
But
Nah,
if you're
you can
not
still
even,
have an acknowledgement of it.
Yeah,
Like,
you could argue that if you like, I don't know. So say a cop did do something like that, like he pulled a gun or he did shoot a minority for no reason, and you show up and go to work with him the next day, that means you're part of the problem. If you don't like protest or if you don't just stop working or move somewhere else or
right.
anything, you're part of the problem. Even if you like don't need to do anything, because you're even if you like talk to him and tell him it was a bad thing, you're not actually doing something because your words aren't going to do anything. Nobody listens to people's words. If so, then like I don't know, racism would end a long time ago.
Facts, 'cause,
Like
like,
There was a
literally,
trend of cops like quitting. Like a lot of you see cops post on social media of them quitting
exactly,
because of it. But like I
exactly.
feel like
That's a
it
good cop.
shouldn't be, but it's a good reason. But
Yeah.
for them to leave the job for like just to have face, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Well,
I don't
leaving
know.
a job to protest that you're worth as much as someone else is valid, especially because they
It's
know
no, the
they can
reason
get
is
another
dope,
job.
but like now they don't have a
Yeah.
job. Like they're sacrificing, and then all these sacrifices people have made, and nothing has changed. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's been happening for
I
years.
mean,
that's the
it
sad
might have
part
changed
about
in
it.
their station. Like it's not going to change like throughout the whole
Right.
nation, but at their single station, things might be different.
I feel
There might
like
be.
this is harder
There's so
for.
many investigations that go on inside this, like the like stations, like the polices and stuff.
Oh, did
Like,
you guys hear about that? There's more evidence about the Malcolm X killers, and they got released because they like the CIA was hiding evidence proving that they were not guilty. So now they got
What?
released. Yeah, so they've been in
When?
I hear
prison
about
When
the
did
whole
that
that.
time,
happen?
and they weren't guilty.
That's
Recently, I actually
crazy.
heard about it in class today too.
Oh
So they were
shit.
just scapegoats, basically.
hmm
That's crazy. They were just using them like, oh, these are the people that killed him. Just they probably did that just to like, because when
2
he got
hours ago,
killed, that was 2 hours
uh,
ago.
2 hours ago, there's another one.
That's crazy. When
There,
it first happened, people were probably like, "Oh, we want the killers right now. Like, we're not gonna stop." So they
hmm
probably just used two random people and was like, "Okay, these are the killers. We got evidence." But
Got
that's
him.
probably what happened, honestly. Because
I don't doubt it.
Cops having evidence is such a weak term because like they literally plant evidence every day, like
hmm
just
yeah,
to catch
facts.
somebody doing something.
Yeah, that's not new for sure.
Yeah, the convictions of two of the three men in the assassination of civil rights activist Malcolm X are expected to be thrown out Thursday. Damn.
Man.
Thrown out.
Yeah, so I
On
think
Thanksgiving?
uh
Yep.
That's crazy.
They said, "All right, you served your time. Go
Go be with
have
your
dinner."
family. Like what the fuck? That's crazy.
Right?
The
What?
family probably disowned him and everything. Like,
You
I
would
think
think.
I think they meant thrown out like not in jail anymore. Like run out of their sentence.
Yeah.
they need to compensate them honestly, because wrongly jailing someone like over that's big. Like they need millions, not millions.
No, they need millions.
Yeah.
No,
Because
they need
killing
lots.
Malcolm X, that's a big ass deal. Like think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Like there's privilege. It's
Exactly.
obvious.
Yeah, I don't know. If you don't accept that there is privilege, then you are part of the problem too.
X.
If you don't accept
Crazy.
that there is racism, still,
Yeah,
that's sad
yeah.
too. People are just
Yeah.
I feel
like,
like that's
racism doesn't exist. There's no more slaves. I'm just like, that's not what that
On other
means.
hands, some niggas be dumb. Travis Scott, man. Let's
Bro.
talk about
Bro.
Travis.
Oh my
that boy
god,
Travis.
bro! What is
Oh
up
my.
with this dude,
What is
bro?
up with bro?
Always something
Travis,
popping
man.
about him. It's either a Krabby Patty, Travie Patty, man. You feel me? It's either a.
He just always
What
in
is going
some
on?
type of situation.
I
What?
know. Speaking of Travis, hold on. Let me get some.
What do you?
Oh, what do you gotta do,
Oh
bro?
no, bro.
Let me find you got a poster, bro.
Let me find out he starts shaking his ass.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I'll break
brother.
this right now on. Nah, psych.
Bro, yo, nah, bro. But like,
I
this
gotta
man
take him
got
down,
some
though.
cereal. Why you got a bunch of food and then you ain't got beef with everyone in the crowd now? Like, what's going on, bro? Like,
Insane, bro.
Nah, he cares about
What?
his fans. He's
Does
honestly
he? Does
he
he?
honestly cares so
Nah,
much
hold up.
about.
He's really sorry.
I got you.
I'm
Hold
so
up.
sorry.
I'm so sorry, man.
I wish I was there so I could do something.
Yeah, right.
I'm working right now with the police. I'm working right now with the police.
We're gonna get in contact with the families. Like, bro, what do they
Bro.
expect? Like, hey man, he's gonna pull up. It's lit. Sorry, your daughter died. Like what?
Buy
What is
Cactus
he
Jack
gonna-
merch.
Yeah, like here's a
He
Cactus
didn't look-
Jack hoodie. Like what is he gonna do for them?
If you looked at his face, it didn't look like he was stressed about the deaths itself. It looked like he was stressed that he was gonna have to pay them the losses.
Exactly.
He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in debt after this. Oh, they
You're gonna be in
died."
debt after that.
And
Damn,
then bro went to Dave and
he was-
Buster's after it too.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Yes, he went to Dave and Buster's with Drake.
With Drake?
Damn.
I swear.
Nah,
Drake was
there's
there.
got to be a
Drake
picture,
up.
bro. There's got to
Drake
be a
up.
picture. There's
Drake
gotta
a
be.
op. He gotta be an op, man. I wouldn't be hanging out with him right after that, bro. Because the headlines came out quick.
Right.
Nah, you
God,
know Drake was
playing.
hitting his line. He's like, "Hey, yo, easy fam. You know you a big inspiration in the six, yo. Like, you know he was hitting them up in the
Yes, Travis Scott went to Dave and Buster's for an after party following his deadly Astroworld show on Friday.
Deadly
Bro,
Astro
why are
Show.
people just
Damn.
like
He was-
man's can't
he
live
was
his
there
life,
too,
dude? He
bro.
can't even go grocery shopping after he killed. Like what?
Okay, but it was the same day or like the day after. He just going to an arcade. He's
What's
just,
he supposed to be crying? Like,
Bro.
it's not his family.
okay, but still, like, just thinking about it, like after you're about to get several lawsuits and people died, you finna just go play
Yeah,
arcade
but like
games?
you can't take away from the fact that he's still a human being. Like he can do like anything that he had planned. Like he probably planned that
No.
with Drake ahead of time before the concert or
There's-
something.
Okay,
After-
no.
like, you
There's a
don't-
difference
you don't
between
know,
going to a
like, you
party
really don't.
after people died and then going to like get groceries, like you said.
But
There's a
think
difference
about
between living and then going to party after.
But that's part of living. That's the same thing. It's
Other
a part
people
of
then?
human
They're not-
life.
Are you gonna hold the other
I've
people
never
responsible
partied, so
too?
have I never lived life? I've never partied, so have I never lived life?
But are you gonna? But then, are you gonna hold those security guards responsible at the concert?
Yes.
Okay,
Everybody at the venue.
But what if
What's
what if
going on?
they
What
what if
they doing
they
right
did
now,
something
though?
the
You
They
next day?
didn't go to Dave and Buster's.
Well,
That's
you
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
You don't
None
know.
of them. Yes, I do know. It would be
How
in
you
the
know?
news.
How do you know
No,
the
it wouldn't.
How do you
Yes,
know
it
the
would.
security guards went to Dave and Buster's the next day? Tell me that.
They didn't. I just said they didn't.
Exactly, but you can't hold them accountable then because after the fact, you're
What?
trying to hold them accountable after the fact. You're trying to say Travis Scott is bad for going to Dave and Buster's after the event.
No, I'm not saying he's bad for going to the.
No, what are you
after.
trying
I'm
to
saying
say?
He's bad for letting people die. That's what he's bad for.
Hey, here's the thing with
But
that.
he's not
Then it's
letting
just-
people
it's
die.
funny.
Bro, it's not his fault
Yes,
that people come to the concert dehydrated. They
Yes,
don't
it
eat
is.
enough. No, it's not his fault. How is that his fault?
Yes, it is.
How
It
is-
is literally. It is his fault that he didn't hire better security. That's his fault. That is
Okay,
literally his
there's-
fault.
I
And it's
think-
his fault. Also, you can't say that he didn't see it because he literally stopped the concert multiple times. Like actually only one time, and then he stopped it and then got somebody out of there. So after he was seeing actual ambulances and people on stage telling him to stop and people chanting for him to stop, he could have stopped and then kept going. I mean, he did cut it short. He could have kept going longer, but he still did keep going. So saying it's not his fault at all is actually ridiculous. Comparing it to other people that have actually been sued for doing shit like that, and then like Cardi or like even Lil Pump, who's like literally you would think would be worse. He stopped the show after somebody passed out, and literally it's super easy to just stop and then get help for somebody. But no, he didn't do anything. He literally just kept performing, and he didn't hire security. He didn't do anything. He literally did nothing. He kept performing the whole time. So it's not just his fault, but it is his fault also because it's his event. That's his name on it. He ruined his brand. That's his fault. It's not the security guard that's getting it penalized because it's not his event. That's why it's Travis Scott's name, even though they don't talk about how Drake is also getting sued when he was there. But still, it's Travis Scott on the headline because it's his event.
That's fact. That's fact.
And after all that, he still went out and partied. So that's why it's a big deal.
That part just makes his apology scene unsincere.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
forgot about the apology, man. F Travis
Exactly.
Scott, bro. Get him out of here, bro. He's not even with it, bro. He's not with the gang. He's
No,
not.
I've
he's
never
not
really
there.
been a fan of him, so like
This way.
I've
it
never
just shit
either.
really don't
I have a
listen.
few favorite songs. I don't really listen to him though.
favorite.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
a
That's
few
crazy.
songs I used to listen to him. But
His
not in
old
my
songs are
playlist
pretty good. I
daily.
like his songs.
He's not in my daily playlist at all.
Definitely not.
No.
That bro really had the nerve to go, I'm sorry, guys, after he just partied. Like, after
That
he
was
literally just
stress.
He was
partied.
just hungover, bro. That's it.
He said my
No.
head hurt.
He was
That
talking about
brother-
how much his show hit. He was like, "Yep, it did 35 mil one night. Got to pay it back tomorrow." Like what?
Now he's in debt. What, 2 billion?
Yeah,
Or 1
no,
billion?
no, he's in debt a lot. I don't even know. You can probably
It's
search that
over
up. Maybe
2 billion. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
you can probably
Last
search
time
that
I
up.
crazy.
thought it was at 750 million.
Yeah,
So
I
whatever
last
he
time I saw it was
made-
350. So I'm just now confused.
Whatever he made is definitely not gonna cover that shit.
No,
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
There's gonna be a discount.
Unless
Yeah,
everyone paid-
yeah. Travis Scott and others involved are target of 2 billion lawsuit filed by 200.
Oh, as a
actual
collective or
victims.
what?
As a collective.
as a collective,
Oh,
all the
2
lawsuits. that
billion.
are backing up.
Oh well, if Drake's getting in trouble with it, he probably
Drake,
killed most
yeah.
of it.
It's just everybody involved. They're getting sued. Everybody that put on the event. Everybody that was like backstage and stuff like that. Who
That's why they went to David Besser, but that's the last time. Hanging out and
No, he
shit.
said, "Well,
right?
he
They
gonna have
finna
to
be on the
start a
street.
GoFundMe or something. Like,
Uh,
I ain't gonna cut it."
You said Travis Scott's OnlyFans? That's crazy.
Imagine
Oh,
donating to an. Imagine donating to
Honestly,
Travis Scott.
Y'all think
only
Travis
way-
is going broke after this? He got Kylie, bro. Kylie just slipping her
No,
credit
I think
card across the
Kylie
table.
knows.